Yo, what's up with it? This your boy Noonie, and this is Leo in the third house, and we're back with another reading. This is gonna be another pick a card reading. Gonna be asking the question, what's your superpower? So, what's your superpower in the world? I wanted to see. I thought this was an interesting topic. I've seen it, I've seen it done before, and I've seen it come through as a suggestion as well. So I thought, yeah, let's do this. Let's see what our superpower is. As always, thanks to those people who like, share, subscribe, comment. Yo, what's up with them new subs? How y'all doing? Glad y'all here with us on this journey. Thanks for those people who be booking those personal readings, the donations. I'm still waiting on these cards to show up, so there's that. I don't know how long that's gonna be. But thanks to all those people who be making this stuff possible and who just be, showing up and showing out all the time. I appreciate y'all very much. The support, the encouragement. I love it. We are growing kind of quick too, so I'm excited about that as well. This is just like a dream, so I can't, everything that, however it plays, I'm just happy. Just glad that it's just happening, going on. So it is what it is. But thank you. So this would be pile 1. This would be pile 2. This would be pile 3. All right, and we're asking a question. Can you see that? I think the sun is hitting them. Can you see that? Does that help out? Listen, my space, I can't, control the sun. All right, but we're asking, what's your superpower? So we're gonna get there and get started on part 1. Part 1, what's your superpower? So I wanna go ahead. Okay. Okay. All right, so this is what I get as your superpower. I get as your superpower, you're not afraid of being by yourself. You don't mind doing the work by yourself. There's like an energy of you having very strong will, because dual is about it's a Saturn and Mars. That's that's called like the impulsive son, and Saturn is a father. So it's like a tension, the strength against you can't be stopped, you won't yield, and you have energy is gaining momentum. So your superpower is you may not know like your own limits sometimes, and that's not like a bad thing. It's like you believe in your beliefs, you'll defend them tooth and nail, because Kali is about defending your actual thoughts, your beliefs, your creations, but you're a person who doesn't gloat about it. Like you have the energy of being like very, very liberated when you speak, when you talk. This is a superpower. An ability to be comfortable alone and going with the flow of what happens, so you don't let your past hold you back. And then you have like going with the flow, igniting, liberation, groundedness. So you have like a whole lot of awareness in yourself. I get like a trust in yourself, because we have co-create and reverse. So it's more like you trust in yourself, and you're very stubborn in your beliefs, and you're willing to defend them. And then we have creativity as well, and King of Wands. Well, this is King of Staves here, but King of Wands. So this is, you're basically a person who goes after what they want. Your superpower is you don't let anyone deter you from what it is you want. They're like, you'll defend it. You're stubborn with it. You're someone who gets momentum in your beliefs. Like you've already, like, once you've made up your mind, it's made up, and you're not afraid of like being outcast or shunned about it. You don't have to work with other people. You don't care. You have this energy of not caring about needing other people, and that's, like, you're really independent, and really can think for yourself. You have more of a strong will and a strong belief in your beliefs, and you're able to really go after what it is that you want, because King of Wands is a person who goes after what they want, and they always achieve it. As well as I get this energy of like being patient. So it's like you get what you want, and you have no like interest of like trying to worry how other people are perceiving it. You defend what you have going on, but it's like you stay steadfast in what it is you believe. You don't need partners or teams. You can do this independently. You're comfortable alone. You isolate it. So I'm getting like some type of foundation that you have from being alone. Maybe that's where your strength is, by being on your own or not working with others, like such an independent thinker, worker. Uh, your superpower is being aware of like your own desires. You really know what it is that you want, and you don't let other people change your mind. It's the energy I get. You go with the flow. You like, it's like what works, you work, and what doesn't work, you don't mind scrapping. It's like you trusting your connection to the divine. You trusting your connection to yourself, to your heart space. You trust in like the thoughts that come to you. You believe are meant for you. You trusting your own mental faculties is what I have. Uh, yeah, you don't think that you're alone. There's this energy of you don't really feel like you're alone, but you don't need people around to do what it is that you want to do. You just make up your mind, and boom, it's done. And you didn't need help from other people or assistance. You didn't need them to do anything. So you have a lot of creative, yeah. So maybe sitting alone is where you get all your creative processes. Because I also have the four circles, which is the four of pentacles, and if you could see, he's sitting, and that's the energy I'm feeling. Like maybe you just do a lot of sitting, meditating by yourself, and then once you've made your mind, the energy or the momentum gets started and it gets going, and you don't let anything stop you, because duel is about like an impasse, or like running up against two equal forces, and so it's like you may need to yield, but you're not a person who yields. You prefer to kind of run through it, go through it, defend yourself at all needs, at all costs, and you're not letting anyone hold you back. You're a person who's always like it's liberated. You have energy, and that you ignite other people and passion, the way that you speak, the way that you communicate. You have a lot of self-awareness. You're grounded within what it is that you desire, and you know how to go after what it is that you really want. But it's an energy, like I said, of patience. You have this patientness, but once your mind is made up, you get moving like a train. It's like you can't be stopped. You have a lot of creative ability as well, but the creativity you have comes from the heart space. So you don't let like maybe past failures or past mistakes stop you from going into the new or making the new. But you don't feel like you need others to create your reality. It's like you can do it yourself. You have a lot of confidence in yourself. You have a lot of confidence in yourself and your beliefs, and that's probably why you're so stubborn, because I get an energy of you being stubborn, but not holding on to like past mistakes or past relationships or past issues. Maybe you have slightly, you know, maybe that might be it. Maybe you've been left out a whole lot, so now you're just comfortable alone, because now it's like you've used that as like a fuel, because this is in the middle, so you've used that as a fuel, and that might have been something that you built up over the course of time, because now you have like a momentum of it, of not letting past mistakes, past relationships, past failures, or past disappointments hold you back. And without the need to have to co-create with other people, you don't have the need to have to be reliant on other people to get your point across. You just do so on pure will and pure belief, like scrapping tooth and nail, on your own accord. King of Wands goes and gets it, and this is, like I said, this is about pushing forward, like, breaking, like either needing to pause, or, you may push through a situation more than what was needed. And that's you. You're like, you'll push, you're just strong-willed. You'll push through these situations. Yeah, and in Four of Pentacles could also be like strong beliefs, traditional beliefs, holding on to, old beliefs, and that's you, like really stubborn, really stuck on the way that you see things about you, or how you see the world, and that's what's keeping you steadfast, and so it what actually allows you to go get what it is that you want, because you're not focused on what other people are wanting or desiring. Like, it's about you. So you have, it's almost like a selfishness. Is the vibe I get, like almost like a selfishness, but it's not like a negative selfishness. It's not like, ha ha, I'm doing it. It's just like, it's a silent but confident that I'm gonna get what it is that I want, and I'm gonna make this move. And that's it. It's like a fire gets lit under you and a momentum gets going, and you just can't be stopped. So I get that. Like, you honor yourself. You're very well aware of who you are as a person independently. So that is your superpower, pile number one. So thanks for letting me read for you, pile number one. I'm going to go on over here to pile number two. This is your boy Noonie, and this is Leo in the third house. Pile number two. So, pile number two, what is your superpower? Okay. I'm seeing something here. Okay. Huh. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing your superpower is that you're like a relaxed person. You don't take yourself too serious. You're very emotionally evolved. You surrender, like emotional attachments or emotional desires. You know how to like detach from the feeling of like when you're going through a hard time, of like self-pitying. You're not one of those people. It's like you have faith in yourself, because you have faith in like your creative abilities. I get this energy of you being able to go with the flow. You're like a go with the flow type of person, a very nurturing person, because I got Cancer here a lot. And I have Capricorn as well, so you could be a nurturing, supportive person. Someone who doesn't mind surrendering. Your superpower is knowing how to bring people together, but also just kind of like going with the flow, knowing how to revise, how to fix situations. You're like a problem solver. Especially emotional issues. You might be like a counselor, because I also have Queen of Cups. So you might be like a counselor. You might be a healer of some sort, intuitive of some sort. There's a tapped in. You got the happy, but it's in reverse here. But this just means that you don't take situations too serious. All right? You're like a friendly person. You're easily, like, I get like you're someone who teaches people where to go. It gives them direction, You're someone who has a lot of wisdom, but you don't give the appearance of, maybe they don't like see you as having the wisdom. Like, it's like you're like an unlikely person to them to have the wisdom that you have. They don't really expect you to be tapped in the way that you're tapped in. but you give this energy of like community. You got community, we got Cancer, we got Queen of Cups, investment. This is like taking care of people in the grounded in like a physical sense. So you're like a healer, possibly a nurse, or yoga instructor. What else do we got? Like psychiatrist, psychologist. You basically have a community. You build communities or make people feel invited or make people feel welcome. There's also an energy of you like when they're not quite sure in what direction to go. You're like that unlikely person that they it's like an energy of them when you give them the wisdom, they're not expecting it to come from you. It's like you don't give the appearance of being this wise person or being this person who has this type of knowledge, but you do, as well as you're very like forgiving and you're very emotionally mature. You give like a motherly presence because you have the Queen of Cups here and you have Cancer and Capricorn. So you give like a father. So I'm getting like a balanced energy of being a father and a mother. Even if you're masculine, it's like a good energy of like you handle responsibilities, in the house and outside the house. So you might work really hard outside the house, but within the house, you're someone who's very nurturing, takes care of people. And I just get this energy of you being like, it's like tough love, but it's love, and this is the power that you have. Like, and it feels like a hug, like, so it's like you bring people in, you make them feel like they're part of a family, a part of a unit, and they're like it catches them off guard that you're so like emotionally intelligent or aware of what it is that they need or where it is that they are. All right. So I get this energy of you like following your bliss. So you're like you're not, I'm not going to say a free spirit, but you're someone who just kind of goes in the flow of life, like in terms of like expressing yourself and just feeling the vibe. Because I also have surrender to the divine. So you're someone who just kind of gives up, or not give up, but you just relax. You don't put too much pressure on things having to be a certain way. You just kind of like allow them to be and just follow what feels good, what works. So you're very inviting because we have inviting here. You have an awareness of like the world around you, the external world. You're not just concerned with yourself. You have like compassion and a lot of care and concern for the world at large, or for people at large, like communities. You care more about the whole. You're someone who basically does a lot of mental revision, or does something in a sense of where maybe you could work. I'm not going to say a banking industry, but it's like you invest in the mental processes of other people. That's what I get. It's like you help them change their way of thinking, like investing in their own thought processes of some sort. So you could be like, I think it's like a psychiatrist or a psychologist or something like that. Could be like a life coach as well, or like an influencer, like where you speak, do like a lot of high speaking. But it's the energy of you being very nurturing yet very stern. You know what I mean? And but not taking yourself too seriously. So it's like you're reliable and stable for other people, as well as emotionally mature and emotionally grounded when they need you, and you're forgiving, and then you're really tapped in, man. But when they meet you, it's like they couldn't imagine that this is who you are, because you're very knowledgeable. You have a lot of information, and you just kind of bring people in. They might have you, people use your information, or they use your wisdom, or they use your nurturing and your guidance as a way of revising their life. It's like you invest in people to give them this level of like physical stability. A lot of people might come to you when they're feeling broken, when they're feeling lost, or they're feeling like they're lacking something, and you nurture them and love them, or give them, guidance, give them strength, because Capricorn is a sign of like helping you build stability, or helping you build routine, helping you build, a level of practicality. And Cancer is about, emotionally maturing you, helping you nurture yourself, helping you feel those feels. Like I said, you have these cards of community, happy, fork in the road. So you're just someone who's very wise and, nurturing, loving, intuitive. It's like you have a second knowing, and people trust in it. So they'll basically take your advice, and they feel invited around you. I just feel like I'm going over, because I get like this energy of you just going with the flow. Like you're okay, you're understanding of the highs and the lows. And that's what your superpower is because it attracts so many people. Like you're very much loved is the energy I get. And it's like you don't always speak like the thoughts that are on your mind, because I'm seeing this Eight of Swords in reverse. So you're not always speaking the thoughts that are on your mind. You're not quite trapped in your head, but you don't always speak the thoughts. And that's what's making you so inviting. It's like you think before, that's what it is. You think before you speak. That's what it is. You think before you speak. But you're a person who attracts abundance like naturally. It just comes to you naturally because of this energy that you're emanating. You're very loving, you're very caring, you're very supportive, and that is your superpower. That's how you're able to move around this world so strong. I get this energy of like almost like a saint, of people like really enjoy you and you not really being aware, because the Queen of Cups is nurturing, but you kind of are like forgiving, but there's the energy of you being like not weary of people, but just like protective. Like you're very emotionally aware of other people's intentions and where they are. So you guard your emotions very well. You could be a Cancer, you could be a Capricorn, you could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius is the last little bit of energy I got. So you could be these signs, you know, but you're a person who feels like you make a difference, and other people recognize that about you as well. That is a superpower for real. So, part 2. I think that is the reading I have. I think that is all I'm picking up. Yeah, I think, well, you know what I'm thinking? Because something else just kicked in. Personal issue reaches resolution is also about like sharing. So maybe that's how you connect with people. You have a power of like connecting with people through sharing your experiences. That's what maybe makes it so inviting. Like you don't take yourself so serious, and so you might share a lot of personal issues that have happened with you and how you resolve them. And that's a power, like you've learned from the mistakes that you've made, and you've learned when to give up on situations. You're not afraid of hard work. So this is your superpower of like resilience and compassion. You're a very loving person, but very resilient and reliable to other people, and very wise. And this is your superpower. Wow. Okay, so that's what I got, Paul 2. I ain't gonna keep dragging this out. All right, about to go over to Paul 3. It's your boy Nune. Thanks for watching, y'all. Pile 3, this is your reading. So, Pile 3, what is your superpower? Okay, so your superpower makes you a very pleasant person. Your superpower is the ability to not feel like you've ever missed an opportunity. You have great assessment skills. Like you can pretty much analyze whether something would be of value or would be worth its time. Like you would know whether there's going to be like a equal give and take to situations. It's kind of like you have an energy of like, it's the way that you look at people that kind of like makes them give up a truth or makes them say what they really mean. It's like you're not really attached to, I want to say, abundance or the need for having things. You don't allow like material wealth or material gain to get in the way of who you are. I get a lot of creative ability and a very giving person where you think of others. Sometimes you might put others ahead of you. It's this energy of you kind of like you have like Aquarius energy where you stand out. So your powers like they can't miss you. Like people can't miss who you are. You have this energy of like not even trying. You're a person who doesn't even have to try. That's what it seems like. It's like you have this like you have time for a nap. You have poise in reverse. You have nothing will come of this situation. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So it's like your person who doesn't have to try or put in the effort. You have like creative abilities. You're just an effortless person. The way that you talk, the way that you speak, you take out a lot of time to rest. Like I'm looking at like a lot of time to rest. You're just like an unusual person. Like like you're comfort. Like you don't have a set way of being comfortable. You know what I mean? Like you can really make a good out of any situation. And to you, it's like you don't feel like you've missed opportunities or like you can miss any opportunities. You just simply dream up another opportunity. And it's effortless. It's like this innocence, the way that you see the world. You have this ability to like be very emotionally, not I want to say not emotionally involved, but it's like it is it's not emotional. What is the feeling I'm feeling? It's not emotional. It's like you're not worried how other people see you, and that's really important for you. It's like you do things for genuine reasons because you genuinely want to. Because you have like a choice of like, I can take this leap if I want to, I can do this if I want to. It's like you're just kind of like a person kind of just goes with the flow. You're like just doing what you want. You're very grateful. You have a spiritual alignment, so you're very tapped in. And then spiritual here, this again, this is the purple again. This is crown chakra energy. I'm looking at the purple crown chakra energy. So you're like very intuitive, very tapped in, and you don't have this energy of pride or ego that keeps you from just experiencing life. You're very good with talking and delivering messages. Um, and it's just like you're relaxed. You're relaxed, but you're like willing to learn. You're willing to experience things. There's this feeling of like things that others don't know. And it's anyway when they're overwhelmed, you're more of a person who just kind of knows that even when it's going bad, it's still going. So it's like you have this energy of like a higher understanding, higher knowledge of really knowing, and you can process things from a distance, knowing whether something would bear fruit or whether it would be of worth or of value. What value or substance is, and you might wake other people up out of like your perspective is different. The way that you give is different. It's kind of like it's like the way that you explain to people, because it's like I get like analytics and very communicative in terms of like your thoughts and feelings. It's like you're not afraid to be looked at, or like you're not afraid to be like gawked at, because like the energy of like people paying attention to you, people seeing you, and you not wearing how they see you, even though you seem to be a bit um, non-traditional, like it's like you have this energy of just going with the flow, of just experiencing life like a child, and talking or speaking and communicating deep messages that have like validity to them, but it kind of catches people off guard because of like you're very analytical, you're very like secretive. It's like you don't do a whole lot of talking, but when you do talk, it makes sense. So you're more of like a creator, more like a dreamer. And that's your energy of like, you just kind of like, you're not putting in too much work. You just kind of like, well, this is what I want to do. Like, I get like philosophical. Like, you're a good idea maker, a great person who maybe does advertising, or you do like sales pitches, or, you write up like concepts for other people, but what I'm getting is like, you're very creative. You're willing to like take opportunities, take chances, but you don't rush yourself to do them. So you have like a trust in your own self, or in your own ideas, or your own thinkings, or your connection. You have a big trust in like your perception of life, you know, and there's an energy of you not being too materialistic about things that you own or that you have. Like you're not attached to any one outcome is the vibe I get. You know, new beginnings are always around and you're not attached to any of it. You know, you just keep in balance of things. And so your superpower is being grateful and being aware and just going with the flow, being like looking at the eyes and in the eyes in a sense of like just for the experience, just to learn, just to understand, because this is page energy. Page energy is about just learning, but you're not putting in a whole lot of work. You're just here for the experience, and you're going on the journey and going on the ride, and just like learning and understanding, you know, and you're really open to learning, and so this is what you share with other people, experiences, emotional thoughts, emotional vibes, you know, but you don't do it a whole lot. It's not like a whole lot of communicating. It's just that when you do, it has depth, you know. So your superpower is like being totally aware and grateful of your circumstances and being present, like not feeling like you've missed opportunities. You understand discernment and you understand perception of things. Like your perception is what makes your reality for you. And so I think you focus more on what you think or what your dreams or what your reality is as opposed to what you physically do, if that makes sense. Tell me if that made sense. Hmm. But pile number 3, that was your reading. That's what I have. That's all I got. I gotta get ready to go for my walk and then go to work. So I'll try to come back tonight and do the Zodiacs. But as always, thanks for watching. This is your boy Noonie, and this is Leo in the 3rd house.